Protect your soul. Well, we're live. We're going to give it a few minutes before we start the broadcast. See if any guests, members, ladies and gentlemen, you can get started here in just a few minutes. Just waiting to see what's happening. We had a little bit of a change of schedule today. By the way, we are live just on YouTube at Soldiers of Self-Mastery. I am Santos Rolon Jr., the world's #1 problem gambling interventionist. This is Solutions. Actually, this is a solution and an answer live broadcast. We're going to do a little bit of interaction tonight. Hopefully, the goal is to get us moving forward a little bit more than we were earlier. Is that what you're interested in? Going forward, finding a way forward, right? Trekking through the difficult trail. Maybe you're driving your car and it feels like it's out of control a little bit. You know what I mean? Could you use a little bit of straightening out with your vehicle if it's a little bit out of control? We're going to try on this broadcast. 30 to 40 minutes of mind optimization. So make sure you get inside. Put your seatbelt on. Okay? Make sure your seatbelt on is nice and tight. I don't want you to fall outside the car. We're going for a ride here in just a few minutes. All right. Hey, Rich, good evening, man. We're officially live. We did go live this morning at 11 a.m. We've been experimenting with our time to see what we can do here, how we can advance a little bit more here at YouTube, Soldiers of Self-Mastery. Let me see. Good evening to Rich there. Hope you're doing very well where you find yourself tonight. Preparing ourselves for Monday. Just worked 10 hours, got tempted 50 by the same man to gamble away my money on online casinos, blackjack. Well, I'm glad you're here. I'm glad you're here. As I mentioned, I'm here to help those of you that want to help yourselves. That's the only reason why. Well, there's other reasons why I come online. It helps me grow too, right? But I'm here to support you on the other side if you are willing to help yourself. That's what I'm here. That's what my purpose is. I'm called to do what I'm doing. I'm very grateful. I'm very free. How I remember the dark journey I used to be on, that treacherous journey of hitting the casinos during the week and hiding and what is it? Ducking, right? You're missing the blows, right? When you're gambling, you're getting blows thrown at you, and you're just kind of you're doing your best to duck and hide, or whatever they call it, right? I remember those days. And it was really difficult. I had a lot of pressure on me. I was generating some decent income, but I was putting it into a big bag, right? Big bag with holes in it. That bag had holes in it. Oh, I remember those days. I remember those days driving really fast up there with my heart pounding. Couldn't wait to get in the casino. For what? To lose all my money? Usually what happens. My friends, ladies and gentlemen here that are with me tonight on this broadcast, I want to let you know that gambling is a lie. Gambling is a lie. And there is something called the curse of the lottery too. So just imagine you won a lot of money, a ton of money. Are you mentally prepared for that ton of money? That ton of money is going to come down on you like a big weight. Bam! Are you mentally prepared for that big amount of money? Most people are not. And what happens? They cave in. They crumble. They can't handle the pressure. They don't know how to They don't know who to connect with. People rip them off. Right? You got a lot of money and you're not mentally prepared. Rest assured you will get ripped off somewhere big time. Anyhow, I'm not here to be negative on this broadcast. We're going to be here for just a short few minutes. I went on earlier, as I said. I'm here to meet up with those of you that want to meet up with me for just a few minutes. Prepare for Monday. Are you ready for Monday? Are you ready for Monday? I do have a joke somewhere. Where's my joke? I have a little joke here. All right, let me see what it is. It's a roof joke. You guys want to hear a roof joke? Come on, you want to hear a roof joke? All right, here's a roof joke. The first one is on the house. Roof joke. The first one is on the house. Anyways, we'll let that one go. Rich, what's up, man? Daily fight. Yep, sometimes hourly fight, unfortunately. Well, I'm glad you guys are here. I'm glad you're here. How could I help? How could I help tonight on this broadcast? Let's get into something. Let's tear it up here. Just since we're just a few people here this evening. And again, I might just keep it Sunday mornings where we're just going to do a live 11 a.m. broadcast. I think that's what may happen going forward. Since the numbers don't lie. Money isn't everything. God is my everything. I love him with all my mind, body, heart, and soul. And I love Jesus. Okay. We need to draw strength from that relationship. Prayer, Bible reading. In fact, the African proverb says, if there be no enemy within, the enemy without can do us no harm. If there be no enemy within, right? Within, the enemy without can do us no harm. Wouldn't it be neat to be at a place where you have total self-control? Let's just say, I'm not advocating this, but let's just say if you wanted to go gamble, right? Once or twice a year. It's your business, but you did it once or twice a year, respectively. You went in there and you left, right? Hey, if you could get to that place in life where you can have that kind of balance and that kind of self-control, not just in gambling, but in all areas of life, wouldn't that be a dream? Wouldn't that be a dream? You're not worried about gambling because you went once or twice or whatever. You didn't really lose anything because you planned it out. You were prepared for it. It's not like you're gambling 5 days a week, right? And I'm not advocating gambling. I'm just, even a person that drinks alcohol, if you overdrink alcohol or you smoke too much, it just interferes with your life. We must get to that place where we have self-control. Would you agree with that? We must get to that place where we have self-control. We must. So what do we do to get to that place where we have self-control? Do we go to some faraway country and join the school of some kind of monks where we just sit alone and meditate? And for days and months, you know, we meditate and we follow just a certain ritual way far away from society. Is that how we're going to do it? Self-control? I mean, that's one way to do it, right? That's one way to do it. Most of us don't have that luxury. What's another way that we can do it? What's another way that you can begin disciplining? What's another way that you can begin disciplining you in that area of your life where you really need to do it? Where you need to do it so that you can go forward, starting today, starting tomorrow, Tuesday. Right? Do we want it easy? Can't have it easy. Can't have it easy. Easy doesn't work well. You know what easy is? Going to the casino. Does that end? Does that have a good result? No. Yeah. Blessed are they which do hunger and thirst for righteousness. Matthew 5:6. Exactly. Any life hacks when the temptation go hits? Well, the key to winning against temptation, number one, the key to winning against temptation. And temptation could be in any different form or whatever, however it comes, right? It can come through a video. It can come through somebody's phone call. It can come through an advertisement. You got to be prepared. You have to be prepared for these things. In other words, expect them. That's how you defeat the temptation or the trigger. You have to be prepared, and you have to tell yourself it's going to come. It's going to come. It's going to show up one way or another. I just got to be aware of it. Okay, now that I know it's going to come, what am I going to do? I'm going to be prepared. When it shows up, I'm going to know it's going to show up. It's going to trigger me to move in a certain direction, and I'm going to say no because I know, I already know this. It's that mind. It's that reflection. It is that kind of repetition, right? Do you guys remember what I say often about your good life will come out of a good life of good series of good, constant, positive reminders, right? The opposite of that is true. As sucky as it is, as boring as it may be, listen, I thought about this community here, this broadcasting platform here. This could be the only place that some gambler has, right here. And again, but we have to come here. We have to participate. We have to engage. I promise to help. I promise to help. That's for sure. Because gambling is a lie. I know 32 years for me, you know, what did it do for me? Destroyed me. Nearly took everything I had, just about. Gambling is like a big vacuum cleaner, man. It's like a Kirby vacuum cleaner. It'll just suck you dry. It will. It'll suck everything little by little. In the beginning, you won't see it happening. You won't see it. You won't see it. Then after a while, you'll begin to feel it. And then you'll begin to see it. You'll feel it, but you will. It's like you're in denial. But then when you begin to see it, oh man, I'm in a mess, right? People find themselves here. But I'm free, as I said earlier. I'm free. I'm here to serve. I'm here to help you build your faith. You know, build. If you listen, if you have to hang on my coattail and build your faith through my faith, go ahead and do it. Go ahead and do it. Come here, participate, ask questions, take notes, and take some kind of a life hack with you. Take it with you. Do something with it. It's the only way. It's the only way. It's the only way. Hey, Laura. There we go. Hello, Mark. Yeah, we had quite an attendance this morning at 11 a.m. So a little bit of a bigger audience. So again, those of you that are here, I'm going to be advertising the Sunday live broadcast at 11 a.m. Most likely we will go to an 11 a.m. unless I get a lot of feedback to say, Santos, keep the 7 p.m. It'll be probably 11 a.m. on Sundays. Yeah, good to see you, Mark. Oh yeah, right. These jackpots, they're kind of exciting, man. Rich, they're exciting watching somebody win, you know, $5,000, $10,000, $20,000. It's actually exciting watching them win. It is. I admit there's some truth to that. But what happens? Right? You go watching these videos, what happens? I mean, I can watch videos like that and kind of, I look at that and I say, wow, I was there at one time. And I'm not saying, I'm not an advocate of going around and watching videos. It just so happens every once in a while, I do test myself. I'll put myself in front of these videos to watch these. And then I'll think to myself, you know, would I ever go back there? I don't have a need for it. You know, I know it's a lie in my life. It's a lie. Gambling is a lie. I know this. It's in my spirit. I remind myself of this constantly. But you got to be careful, too, what you set your eyes on, too, right? Because if you focus on something too long, it tends to have a way of coming into your life. It has a way of coming in. If you focus on it too long, right? It has a way of coming in. Your reticular activating system, whatever that is, the RAS, right? The thing that, like, for instance, if I said, don't think on a pink envelope, purple elephant. Don't think about a purple elephant right now. Don't think about a pink elephant right now. Don't think about it. Just don't do that, right? Don't think about a purple elephant. Well, the reticular activating system kicks in once our focus is there, and we bring these things into our lives. That's why I know I'm a preacher. That's why I harp on self-talk so much when you're alone. What are you saying to yourself? When you're alone, what are you saying to yourself? When you win a jackpot, what are you saying to yourself? When you lose a jackpot, what are you saying to yourself? When you're driving to the casino, what are you saying to yourself, right? What are you saying to yourself? When you're driving away from the casino, what are you saying to yourself, right? What are you saying to yourself? Mind, mouth, power, congruency. There's Eric. Race. Well, this is one way, right? This is probably one of the best ways right here. To beat temptation, you have to ask God to assist you in fighting temptation. I agree with that 100%. Acknowledge through Christ that I can do all things. Once you say, yeah, right, I can do all things through Christ which strengthens me. For God has not given me a spirit of fear, but of power and of love. Love is an action, right? Love, what does love mean? I don't even think we really know what love is. Honestly, I don't think we know. We have an understanding. Love is action. It's some kind of action. For God has not given me a spirit of fear, but of power and of love and of a sound mind. Sound mind. You know, to be at peace with yourself in the mornings when you wake up, to be at peace with yourself right now. Are you at peace with yourself right now? You're here in this broadcast. Are you at peace with yourself? It doesn't matter what problem you have, but are you at peace, right? You're either focused on the problem or you're focused on the solution. But you're here, and that's a great thing because you're focusing on the solution. I promise you that. Promise you that. Tomorrow morning when you wake up, you'll wake up with some peace, some tranquility, right? Man, I'm going to make it. I'm going to make it. I'm going to work hard. I'm going to set some goals. I'm going to work on my disciplines. I'm going to work on my life hacks. I'm going to make it. I can, I will, I do, I am. I can, I will, I do, I am. I can, I will, I do, I am. Every morning, I can, I will, I do, I am. I can, I will, I do, I am. Every morning, build the new habits. Build these habits in your life. These are the things that are going to carry you when the times get really, really dark. Sometimes we might think it's dark right now. Santos, it's really dark. Maybe you haven't really experienced darkness yet. Maybe this is just a little taste of what's coming. Yes, I was on earlier today at 11 a.m. Well, there's a broadcast. 20 minutes into the broadcast here. No more rapping, no more mapping, no more swapping, no more lapping, no more clapping. I got to stay focused. No more hocus pocus. We got to deliver ourselves from the pollution. We got to stand on the solution. That's the conclusion. One of these days. By the way, I've got a bunch of poems. I'm going to put them all in a book one day. Little rhymes, you know, funny rhymes. Anyways, I do have another joke for you guys. You want to hear a good joke? Can you guys name a rock group with 4 singers that don't play instruments and don't sing? Guess that one, huh? It's a rock group of 4. They don't play instruments and they don't sing. Which group is that? I'll give you the answer in a little bit. Anyways, there you go, brother. Thank you, Mark. It's about peace of mind. It's about tranquility. And it's about confidence within yourself to be able to go through the darkest time. What are we going to face tomorrow? I keep thinking of this. We don't know. I know if you keep gambling, I know what you're up against. I know where you're headed. And I believe you know where you're headed too if you're still gambling. You know where you're headed. You're headed for the hen house, man. Right? You're headed for you're going to be worked over in the shed, in the back. That's what's going to happen. That's why I tell you gambling's a lie. That's why I invite you to come to come become a part of this Soldiers of Self-Mastery community. Come here. You're going to hear words that are going to help you move and think differently. Right? That's what you're going to hear here. Remember I said your good life is going to come out of a good series of good, constant, positive reminders. Remember that? I'm going to remind you. I'm going to remind you. Hey, that was great. Don't gamble because you'll be trampled. Yep. Don't play around with money. You'll get cancer. That's right. All right, my friends, we're coming down to the end of the wire. We've had a few people here that have joined us. Any questions? Any more questions? What are you using the journal? Are you using the journal? Let me read from my journal. This is so and this thing's full of stuff right here. Like full of stuff that I've written over and over. See, I did over and over stuff that I write, little principles that I want to live by every day. Listen, this is the only way it works. People say, I don't need a plan. I don't need to write anything down on a piece of paper. I don't need to do any of that. I don't need to tell you what my plan is. Okay, then what you're telling me is that you don't have a plan. You don't have a plan. So if you don't have a plan, what's the consequences of not having a plan? You're going to stumble. It's going to be a problem all the time. It's just going to happen like that. Couple of philosophies that I've numbered along the way here. Some numbers, you can see that. Number 22, I wrote this 12/24 of 17. 12/24 of 17, the day before Christmas, isn't it? Smile, be happy, be full of courage, and express your smile regardless of others. 23, hug people when possible. That's a hard one for me sometimes. 24, always repeat names in conversation. Right, Mark? Right, Race? Eric? Laura? Jim? Always repeat names in conversation. That way it registers in your mind who you're speaking to. And not only that, it's very, very polite. Right? You like to hear your name called. I love to hear when somebody says, hey, Santos, you know. You ever go to like Walmart or the Walgreens or maybe you go to the hospital and the name tag might be upside down and you read it and you say, hey, Dolores, how you doing today? What's going on? And She look at you like, do you know me? No, I just read your upside down tag. The last one here, 32. Treat your business like a business. Do business with people who are serious, who want to take action. Are you ready for Monday? Are you ready for Monday? We're coming to the end of the broadcast here. Are you ready for Monday? Another week of no gambling zone. Imagine that. Another week. You add that, another week, it's 14 days. Then you add that, what is it? 3 times 27, 21 days. Next you know, you got 24, you got 4 weeks. Was that 24 days? Keep adding it, man. You just move away. You don't need gambling. Any form of gambling, we don't need it. All right, my friends, we're coming down to the end of the wire pretty soon. There he is, Mark Cameroon. I seen him earlier this morning at 11, but oh, Eric got it, Mount Rushmore. Shout out to you, man. Hey, send me an email address and I'll send you a journal. You got to send me an address. Post office box. I'll send you a little journal with a little note inside, a little special note in there from the world's #1 problem gambling interventionist. All right? If you want it. If not, I'll just keep it here, keep using it as an example. There we go. Going to crush Monday. Crush it, brother. Crush it. Yes, that's the rock group that has 4 members, right? I believe. They don't sing. They don't play instruments. It is a rock group. You must have heard me earlier. There we go. All right. Well, what does that tell me, Mark? I gone months and then suddenly huge relapse. I can only tell you from my experience, the only reason why I don't relapse is because I'm determined. I'm completely determined, man. I don't care to go back to the casino. I don't care how much they offer me or how much free plays they would give me in the mail or whatever. I just don't bite into it. And that's the only way that I can tell you that you're going to fight relapse, because, if you relapse, now you're back to square one. You're back to fighting again. And if you're not able to fight hard enough, you got to go back to the gym. You got to go back. What's the gym mean? That's your disciplines. Those are your rituals. Those are your tools, right? You may need to sharpen your saw a bit, Mark. Sharpen your saw. You can't be out there cutting trees if you're, you know what I'm saying? Does that make sense? We have to just stay close to the sources that are benefiting us. And we know what they are. I know it's boring. I know it's painful sometimes. I know it sucks. I know it does. It's, Santos, we get tired of hearing you sometimes. You say the same things over and over. I know, but it's just the way it is, right? Until you get it. Until you get it, my friend. Your good life is going to come out of a good series of good, constant, positive reminders. When you get it, you might find me talking about something different on these live broadcasts. If indeed I'm here to help you, which I believe I am. I'm here to help those that are willing to help themselves. I'm not here to help those that are not willing to help themselves. I can't help you. I can only help you if you're willing to help yourself. Does that make sense? Makes great sense. We have to work together, right? I need your support. You need my support. We need to inspire each other to continue going on, because we can face some difficulties, hard times. And, I could face temptation. I could face a difficulty that would, would send me back and say, hey, Santos, man, you're at a hard place in life right now. Why don't you just relax and go back and get away from it all for just a little bit, escape for a little bit. You'll feel better. But see, that's a lie right there, because it's a truth, but it's a real lie, because it'll make you feel better temporarily just for a little bit. But then you'll feel like crap, man. And then you'll feel, you get the diarrhea, you get the stomach ache. You don't want to go to work. What's the use of going to work, man? My paycheck is already gone. I went to the ATM 3 times in the casino. I'm like overdrawn, man. My bank, I don't want to work. For what? Now you're putting money into a bag with holes in it. That's discouraging. Doesn't have to be that way. Please, it doesn't have to be that way. Begin working on you. I said this earlier this morning. One of the things that helped me on my journey was monitoring my life. I began to monitor my life, right? Really just pay attention to my thoughts, pay attention to what I was saying, pay attention to other people around you. And I came up with all of these life hacks and weird things that I did. And, I honestly, I thought I was going crazy at times when I was doing all these affirmations and mirror talks and journalings and all. I did. I thought, wow, Santos, you know what? You're hearing that. You just keep pumping this stuff into your brain. Just keep doing it. And next thing you know, I'm free, man. Next thing you know, I'm free. I'm completely free. And I'm grateful. Number one, I'm grateful to God. I'm grateful to the tools like meditation, reading, journaling, self-talk, video therapy, just making these videos and being accountable. The fact that I've been doing this for like 2 years, and I'm not the best speaker, but I've been doing this for 2 years. This is accountability, man. Knowing I got to face you guys on Sundays. That alone inspires me to keep my act together somewhat. We all have addictions of one form or another. We do. We all have habits. But when it comes to gambling, this is the place to be. If you want to stop and kill the desire and don't gamble anymore, you want to lose that thing. You want that thing to be a thing of the past. Hang around, continue to pay attention to my boring stuff, my lessons and my disciplines and my philosophies. And who knows, one day what I got, the faith, the belief, will pass on to you. And you'll get up and you'll say, wow, I got something new, man. I just don't feel the same anymore. Something's happened inside my machinery, right? The machinery, man, up here. And that's a new day, new journey. I tell you, man, life, I'm just grateful. I'm grateful. All right, my friends, we've come to the end of the broadcast here. It is 7:34. Life, just put it behind you, Mark. Put it behind you. And, again, what can you learn from this experience, right? Meditate. Take 10 minutes out. Like, that's why you use a journal for. You think about, what could I learn from this lesson? Or the question is, do I really want to stop gambling? And I'll tell you, I made a video. It's on YouTube. I'm not going to talk too much about it. It's a video for those individuals that want to keep gambling. I made a video for them. And it's not a gambling to quit gambling. It's not a video to quit gambling either. But if you want to know what that video is really all about, you're going to have to watch it on YouTube, probably this week coming up sometime. Well, we've come to the end here. Thank you guys for hanging out there, Mark, and yeah, it's not a good feeling. Yep, not a good feeling to feel lost. Life is meant for you to learn from mistakes and become stronger. It's okay. That's why I'm saying it's okay to make mistakes. If you went to the gambling and you lost, that was a major mistake. But now, what are you going to do with that mistake? Are you going to ignore it? Will you ignore it, or will you draw strength from it, from your mistake, from what you did? Because again, if you don't draw strength from it, you're going to draw weakness from it, and you're going to continue repeating the same mistake over. Can you afford to repeat the same mistake over? Can you afford to repeat it mentally? Can you afford to repeat the same mistakes financially? Yeah. Yeah. Rich is asking a question here. Fixated with dates, good or bad? I used to say I will stop New Year's. Yeah, Dr. Maxwell Maltz in his audio series of psycho-cybernetics, he talks about the now, the NOW, because, again, the next week may not come. But we have right now, we can make a decision today. And the power of making a decision, yeah, it's probably may even seem boring, but it's really not, because when you think about right now, I want to challenge somebody here. I want you to, there's a decision that you need to make. I'm going to challenge you to make that decision right now. Make that decision right now. Let this be a new start for you. Your heart may be pumping right now as I'm saying this. You're thinking, wow, can I accept this challenge? Well, am I really going to do this thing that I need to do? That's the excitement, right? That's the unknown. Stepping in, that's one of the seven. It's one of the 7 evolutionary needs that we find is the change, variation. We have to have variance in our lives. We need to have something that sparks our spontaneity. We can only function in a common scenery and pattern for so long. Our natural being craves change, right? You've been operating in the casino for so long. It's boring. It's not the same anymore. You crave change. You crave change. And you're here. It's not a coincidence. You're on this broadcast. Maybe you were here this morning at 11 a.m. It's not a coincidence, my friend. I'm challenging you to make a decision and say, you know what? I'm willing to take this next step. I want to know what's on the other side, even though I don't know. Can I make this? Can I make this happen? Am I gonna make this happen? Am I going to make this happen? Or, as I mentioned, I'm going to go back and stay in the mud, right? I'm going to hang out with the pigs. We're happy there. We eat slop and stuff like that. Slop doesn't taste good. When you really begin to taste it, if you really start, wow, if you've ever eaten something and then you just started tasting it and it just tasted really horrible? Gambling. Just got to really taste it. What is this? How's it taste, man? Whatever you got to do. One more joke before I get off the airwaves. Let me see. A group of cows. No, not a group of cows, Santos. Come on now. A group of crows. Right? Crows, the blackbirds, those ravens, birds of darkness. You know what I'm talking about. They were arrested for hanging out together. The charge? Attempted murder. All right, Santos. We've come down to the end of the wire, my friend. Thank you guys for supporting. Appreciate all of you guys for supporting. Thank you for hanging out. TikTok. Couldn't find you on TikTok. Mark, let me see. I'm still on TikTok. I get on every once in a while. Let me see. Where am I on TikTok? I don't know if you can see the camera there, but you'll find me there. Let me see. Does it get closer? Yeah. Coach Santos Jr. on TikTok. You should be able to see that. Oh, can you see that? Maybe not. How close do I need to get it to the camera? No, I won't get any closer there. Anyways, yeah, I might go on there tonight. Maybe do. I like to do some karaoke therapy. I can't sing on YouTube. They hit me up, so I just go on TikTok and laugh and sing karaoke, and people can laugh at me, and the trolls and the bullies, they come on my feed, and I have a lot of fun with them. I really enjoy the trolls and the bullies. In fact, they haven't been on my feed lately. Maybe I've been hitting them too hard on TikTok. Anyways, that's where it's at. Ilfun, like milk when it goes bad. Exactly. Peace to you too, brother. What's that? Hey, there we go. Santos, I'm not getting the reason why you guys are not getting notifications is because you haven't turned on the bell. It shows when it clicks, when you subscribe, it says you can click to all or none or something on it, but you got to click all. If you want to be able to be notified when I go live or when new videos are being posted, you got to click all on notifications when you subscribe to the YouTube channel. That's the reason why you're not getting notifications. Go back to the channel original where it says subscribe and click on subscribe, and you'll see the little tab. It'll say all. It'll say all. Click on all, and that will help. That will eliminate the problem. It should. It should. So Oscar, yeah, Oscar, welcome. We're getting ready to end. Ofan, we're getting ready to end. You're at the right place, my good friend. This is a great community. If gambling is getting the best of you, come in here and get the best of this community. It'll help you get the best of gambling. All right. So gambling doesn't get the best of you. Does that make sense? A little tongue twister there. And thanks, Mr. Santos. This is the worst addiction ever, but thanks God I'm back on the 10 days away. Right on. 10 days. Congratulations on your 10th day. Keep going. Again, we'll be back here. Keep an eye out on the videos. And again, I'm going to encourage you here. Take action. Somebody needs to make a decision right now. Somebody on this broadcast, listen, you got something going on very, very difficult right now in your life. And you know what it is. I'm talking to somebody. You need to make that decision. You need to make that decision tonight before this program is over. And then fight the good fight. Okay? Go through whatever you got to go through. Just get it over with and do it. Get it over with and do it. The longer you wait, the more it's going to cost you. As a matter of fact, as I say in my final expense rebuttals, your health might deteriorate and you may not qualify in the near future, if that makes sense spiritually, right? The time to act is now, today, right here. All right, my amigos, music, and we're gone. Well, I did 2 broadcasts today. Normally, I don't do 2 broadcasts in one day, but today. I've been flying from town to town, from London to Saigon. I've been all around the globe trying to protect your soul. Heroes tonight. It takes courage, my friend, for you to be you. And as my friend Dr. Laura says, go out and do the wrong thing. Go out and do the right thing, not the wrong thing. To my next one, my friends.